Monday?
It is the 9th, I think. Yep, 9th.
Hey, it's Monday, November 9th. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's the Knockem Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. The legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Hope you're all well. Hope you had a great weekend. The Knockem Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com. That is the website. You can see our shows there. Governor's Comedy Club Radio is the Facebook page. You can watch our shows there. Governor's Comedy Club Radio is the YouTube channel. You can watch our shows there. Hope everybody's well. If you don't feel like watching on your device or your computer, whatever it is, if you have a smart TV, if you have a Roku, if you have a Fire Stick, an Apple TV, any of those smart things, you can download an app called Boxcast. And then you can just sit back and watch on your TV. That's right. As our good friends Dr. Kent Bichelle and Dr. Don Sill say, we on TV, y'all. We on TV, y'all. I hope everybody's well. Hope you're doing okay. Let's see here. Hello, Kirsten. Hello, Kirsten.
Yeah, I always get that name wrong. I always feel bad about that.
Hello, Carla. Nice to see everybody. All right, we asked that if you wouldn't mind sharing and hitting the hearts and the likes and sharing and copying links and all that stuff. However you share, however you get it out there. We appreciate the support.
A lot.
If you could share the show and tell everybody you know about the Knockem Comedy Radio Show and all the great shows here at govsradio.com, just like No Rhyme, No Reason, just like Domestic Disturbance. Hello, Jeff Bosey. All the great shows here at govsradio.com. Sallie is sharing it to several pages. While she's doing that, I will read the ads. The Knockem Comedy Radio Show brought to you by Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. They're open for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery. Their rooftop lounge is open. It's a beautiful day to get over there. It's a beautiful day today. And they're available on your favorite food service apps. Even their famous cocktail and desserts are available to go as well. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. 516-801-4963. Great food, great atmosphere, great place. That's the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. Please check out their to-go curbside menu. The Knockem Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body, who for more than 25 years has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair and custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow, through insurance process, to return of your vehicle, we are with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527. 516-328-2527. Ask for John Rossi, located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. That's Two Eagles Auto Body. Hello, Ed Viteri. Nice to see you.
Oh, hey, Ed. How are you?
The Knockem Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties, 631-495-7696, 631-495-7696. Gina sold my house. I was going like this. Gina sold my house. Gina sold my house. She did a super job. Not a single complaint, not a single issue once Gina took over. Hello, Bina. Bina? Bina?
Bina.
Bina?
Bina Greco.
Do you know Bina Greco?
No, but it's a cool name. Hi, Bina Greco.
635-495-7696. Gina will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast it will make your
head spin.
Head spin. And of course, the Knockem Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza.
Bella Vista Pizza.
516-433-4464. 516-433-4464. Located at 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview, just a little south of the Northern State Parkway and the Long Island Expressway. Centrally located right there, here on Long Island. So it's perfect place to get to, easy to get to. They deliver, and they have the best food, the best pizza you'll ever have in your life. Everybody we've taken there swears by the place. They absolutely love it. And they have the nicest service, a great bunch of guys over there. 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview, 516-433-4464. That's Bella Vista Pizza. Governor's Comedy Club Radio would like to thank all of you for choosing Governor's Comedy Club Radio to watch during quarantine. Now is a great time to show your favorite station some love. Go to teespring.com, scroll down till you see the search bar, type in Govs Radio. That takes you to our page, our Teespring page, which has all sorts of Govs Radio swag. Mugs, face masks, hats, shirts. Yeah. All sorts of cool...
Comes with a boob.
That'd be great. All sorts of cool Govs Radio swag right there. We appreciate the support. If you wouldn't mind going to teespring.com, getting some Govs Radio swag. The money goes right back into the studio as we try to update our technology and renovate the room and get things going in here, which is taking a lot longer than expected. But that's where the money goes, as well as bringing you the best possible quality content that you would expect from Governor's Comedy Clubs. Teespring.com is the website to get your swag. Send us a picture of yourself with your swag. Send it to us on Facebook, and you'll get yourself a free pass to Governor's Comedy Club. Any of the 3 great clubs, 5 great stages, all of them great shows. Right there, Governor's Comedy Club. Teespring.com. Govs.com is the website of the club. You can find out what's going on here, see their schedule, join their mailing list, which has exclusive information and opportunities to get more free passes. Govsradio.com is the website for the radio station. You can get the history of all the shows, scheduling, what's happening, all that good stuff on govsradio.com. And, of course, knockemdeadcomedy.com is the website for the comedy troupe that we are a part of. We perform audience interactive comedy shows like interactive comedic murder mysteries, comedic game shows, comedic kid shows, even custom work to tailor your event, whether you're having a corporate function, a fundraiser, private party, or you just have an establishment or a catering hall and you want to have an event. Knockem Dead Comedy. We travel all over the place. We are the #1 comedy troupe from Pennsylvania to Maine. Knockem Dead Comedy. So there you go. And of course, don't forget, Best of Long Island, please vote. There's a lot of Govs Radio related nominees. Govs Radio is up for Best Radio Station. Knockem Dead Comedy up for Best Party Entertainment. But lots of other nominees as well in the Arts and Entertainment category. And in the nightclub category, Governor's Comedy Club is up for the Best Nightclub. I think it's Bars and Nightlife, I think is the section, and then nightclub is the nominee. All right, so there you go. Hello, Jan. Hello, Kathy.
Joe Stas, what did you do?
Oh, Facebook banned him again?
And now, rather than sitting and learning his lesson, he's stealing his wife's Facebook, and now she's going to get banned.
Speaking of getting banned, Greg DiFilippo, he's an expert at that. Hello, Fran. Hello, Chris. Thanks for watching today. Yeah, I'd love to hear what Joe did. Maybe it was that singing.
You think?
Not often.
Maybe they took Facebook away so you could spend more time cooking for yourself.
Yeah.
Did you think about that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his mother-in-law complained.
Yeah, maybe his mother-in-law turned him in.
As she should.
Yeah.
All right, so how was everybody's weekend? Quite an eventful weekend.
What are you thinking, politics?
Unfortunately.
Oh.
I'm just glad it's over.
Give me my phone back. You could have your phone.
Glad it's over. Glad. I mean, I know there's people watching that aren't happy. Some are happy. I get it.
No one's ever all happy. You know, that's
right.
The whole point.
What do you think should they just leapfrog? The Republican president gets his 4 years, and then the Democratic president, and then bring things.
I never really mind that, to be real, and I've said that to you before.
You have.
I have. Like, I feel like everyone should have their years. Like, I I think it gets a little skewed when the same party wins
Skewed.
over and over and over again. I'm totally fine when it goes one way or the other. But I'm like reading on Facebook today how like Gil Martin.
Andy?
Yeah, like he posted something. He is the manager of the Lords of 52nd Street, the Billy Joel band with Liberty DeVito, and it's a great band. But Andy posted something today, you know, and I actually wrote, I completely agree with you, because he's like, I don't post political things hardly ever. All I did was, you know, say I said that I liked a few liberal posts, and he goes, and I was unfriended by like 4 people today.
And there you go. Joe Stats was banned for 7 days because he made a nasty comment about Biden.
Yeah, so like just
Stop it.
I mean, like you look at it like not to like pick on Mark White, who hasn't unfriended me, but like he actually calls me like blatant names, and I don't ever come back at him. You know, I that's how I feel with like Andy. I feel like Gil Martin. He he doesn't call anyone names ever. He just like hit a like button and he lost friends. It's like, come on, knock it off.
I think, you know, whether you're no matter what party you're with, I do think it's cool that we finally have a woman in office.
Joe Biden's a woman?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, now they're going to ban me for 7 days or something.
I did not see that coming. He, you know, sometimes you think, you know, you look at a woman and you think, could that be a dude? But I never thought that about Joe Biden.
I don't know what the big mystery is. It's Josephine Biden. She just enjoys suits.
Yeah.
A woman, I think it's cool that there's a woman, you know, just, I thought it was great when Obama was elected. It was about time we had an African-American president. I think it was overdue.
Yep.
And now I think it's overdue that there's a woman as a vice president. And she probably will be president because Joe is as old as time.
He's pretty old. Although he was, you know, jogging all over the place the other day. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know. I just, like, we don't want to make this a political show whatsoever. Right. Just chill. It'll be okay.
And of course, the big news, you know, as Andy Plajanos pointed out, that the McRib is back. The McRib is back. Edward Terry says Gene Simmons, 2024. Has Gene Simmons said he's running?
You know, we laughed at Trump running, so I don't laugh anymore.
I'd vote for Gene Simmons.
No, you wouldn't.
I might. I bet you it'd be one big party with lots of naked activity. Hello, Ken Pichelle. Parliamentary setup is way better than our system. It promotes multiple parties instead of just 2, says Andy Plajanos.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, we have more than 2 parties here, but nobody really knows about them.
And you know what? I used to, like, and that's just, it's got to be set up the way Andy's talking, because the way we have it set up, if there's a third party running, all they do is screw up one of the parties. You know, however way they're like leaning, they just screw up the other side. So it's like it's not really like it's not like a fair triangle of platforms. Like there's always a shared intermingling that gets, you know, the guy who's very different more votes. You know, depending on who it is. So like
Ralph Nader.
Yeah, or who was the business guy that was in there with when Clinton ran? Bill Clinton.
Oh, Ross Perot?
Yeah.
Was that with Clinton?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I do. You know, I think that's probably one of the reasons why Bill Clinton got in there, you know.
Everybody's saying hi to each other this morning. Hello, Larry. Hello, Larry. Nice to see you. I heard Mike Keegan got banned also, says Joe Stas. Wouldn't be surprised, that troublemaker Keegan.
But anyway, so weird stuff. But how was your weekend? A beautiful weekend. It was so nice. I actually did yard work. It was so nice.
I took my daughter to the batting cage.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was nice weather, and it's still a beautiful day today. Joan Cooper Asher is watching. What do you guys think? And again, without getting political, what do you think of Chappelle's monologue on Saturday Night Live?
Saturday Night Live was excellent. Yeah.
I don't know if the show was excellent, but
I thought it was good.
There wasn't enough Chappelle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
His Dennis Haysbert thing was very funny. You were cracking up at a skit that he wasn't even in. The Mario
Which
Brothers.
one?
The Mario Brothers. The guy. What is it? His nuts exploded or something. You were cracking up at that. Did you guys watch Saturday Night Live with Chappelle and the Foo Fighters? Chappelle's monologue, though, his opening monologue was whoa.
But he's like that, you know. Like I think he's like he's large enough that
No, he's thin.
no, you get to the point where you're bigger than life and something that you're doing, and then that's the point. That's the time when you can say what really kind of needs to be said. And that's one thing that I like about his stand-up. It's not just jokes. It's not like ba-dum-bum. It's there's meaning to it. It's thought-provoking. And he brings it around and he makes it funny and he does it very well. And it's probably why he's one of the highest paid comics, you know, around.
It was funny. He was talking about Trump and he was talking about that video of Trump, you know, at some party with Jeffrey Epstein. And and Chappelle's making fun of how all white people dance. It was really funny. His opening monologue is on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, it was it was definitely interesting. It was funny, but definitely like Sallie said, definitely thought provoking as well, and using words that we couldn't use. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, one of the stand-ups that I love of his is when we're all starting to, you know, bitch and moan about comics jokes and, oh, he can't say that, she shouldn't say that, oh, I'm offended, you know, and he does this whole thing on how he talks about, like, how bad it's getting and why is it around, and he just, like, points at the audience. He's like, because of you people are changing comedy, and it makes you think, like, you're offended? Shut up. You know, like comics do the best they can. Some are hits, some are misses, and you can't hold these guys that are writing things, you know, every week to get it right all the time. You know, just shut up.
Kenny Shevlin says it was funny, but exposed harsh reality. Of course, Joe Staz says NSL sucks. Hello, Andrew Fremder. I will say, I understand why people like Joe Staz feels SNL sucks, because they are obviously they're skewed
liberal.
one way.
Yeah.
Which I don't disagree with them being liberal, but I do feel that they go too far with it. However, this Saturday when Alec Baldwin as Trump was singing Macho Man at the piano, I thought that was funny as hell. I don't know why it was stupid, but something about it just cracked me up. I thought it was hysterical. So
yeah, SNL. I think they try to do a fair job of politics, but they definitely skew New York City liberal. So I get it. Like I think when Jon Stewart was doing the Daily Show, I mean, yes, he skewed Democratic as well, but that show would go to they would make fun of everyone and everything, regardless of what side you're on. And I really think they did a much better job. Where, you know, I had a lot of Republican friends that watched the show too and really enjoyed it and laughed and
the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, what do you think about
Kenny Shevlin as a musician? What do you think of the Foo Fighters? Or, you know, I thought that first song they played was awful.
I like the next one.
Shame. I was like, what the hell? They were like trying to sound like the Bee Gees or something. I don't know what that was.
I'd never heard that song. Had you heard it before?
It's all new stuff.
Oh, all right.
They have a new album coming.
Oh.
The second song I thought was really good. Really good? Yeah. For the Foo Fighters, I have higher expectations, but that first song, I don't know what that was, but yeah, they're good. They're funny. Also this weekend we also we lost Alex Trebek.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about it.
See, that's the thing. I don't think anybody has anything to say.
I mean,
he was a great game show host. What else is there? I mean, you know, he had no controversy in his life.
Whether he had the mustache or no mustache, yeah.
I was reading Wikipedia, and they were actually making notes of that. In 1990...
It was a big deal. He was like, who's the other guy?
Who cares? But then
Who's the other guy from
What other guy?
who it's such a big freaking deal whether he has a mustache or not?
Keith Hernandez.
No.
Well, it is.
No. Black hair, Magnum PI or something.
Oh, Tom Selleck?
Yeah, everyone's always like, oh, mustache, no mustache. Oh, he's got a mustache, no mustache. Who cares?
Well, that's what I say about Alex Trebek. Wikipedia actually pointed out what year he shaved it off. Then said in 1998 or some shit, he shaved it. He actually brought it back with a beard.
Oh.
Then a week later, he shaved down to a goatee. Then the next,
I like goatees.
then the next day, he just had a mustache, and then the mustache was gone again. What? That's how little. That's how nothing there is to talk about with Alec Trebek. He was a great game show host.
Was he from Canada?
He was.
Okay, I kind of remember that. I didn't look him up. I just kind of remember thinking, I think he's a Canadian.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too. Kenny Shovelin.
What?
Yeah, Shame sucked. Times Like These is a great tune. Yeah, I agree. But Kenny Shovelin said that a lot of Trump supporters, a lot of Republicans are mad at Facebook and Twitter.
Why?
Well, guys like Joe Stas, they feel that they're being singled out. They feel like liberals get to have their say on these platforms.
Oh.
So they're moving over to something called Parler, where you can say anything without censorship.
Oh boy.
Right, exactly. And I'm thinking, wow, that's a great idea. Because we don't get enough negative crap. And this isn't a political thing. We don't have enough negative crap going on social media the way it is now.
Yeah, maybe like instead of being banned, they should like be penalized or something. Like if you put out something that's really negative, then you have to spend a week like posting things like hamsters eating carrots.
Right.
Yeah.
Less Foo Fighters, more spin doctors on late night TV. What could go wrong? Little Miss could go wrong. I agree, Ken Bichelle. There should be more spin doctors. Spin doctors have been posting videos on their Facebook page and YouTube channel where they're, playing live a lot of their earlier stuff. Mm-hmm. So go check that out. Kenny Shovelin, why couldn't it have been Pat Sajak instead who died?
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Pat Sajak?
Alex never had any scandals in his life. Right. That's why we have nothing to say.
And I loved, him being portrayed on Saturday Night Live as well.
Yeah, with Sean. See, two dead guys.
Yeah.
Sean Connery. Well, now they can keep doing the Jeopardy. It would be Heavenly Jeopardy with Alex Trebek and Sean Connery.
Speaking of death, birds keep flying into my house. And I walk outside and they're like just dead. Neck broken, dead. 2 in one day.
Well, you witnessed one hit the house.
Well, I heard it.
All right. But you don't know about the other one. Maybe it was on the ground already and one of the dogs got it?
No, because it's like you could look up and you look at the window and then it's the the face mark of the bird on the window, so like it drops like right down. There are all these like bird face marks on my like.
Oh, smush.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and I was sitting in a chair in the kitchen and I could hear them. I could hear the birds playing outside. They were playing, and they were like kind of like.
They were what?
They were playing.
What do you mean they were playing?
Well, they were just playing.
Ring
with
Around the
each
Rosie?
other. Well, in the air, they were just like, and they would hit the window they were just brushing it, and kind of like when your kids are playing in the living room and you think to yourself, a lamp is gonna get broken. You know that like feeling that you have?
Oh, my nose!
Yeah. No playing ball in the house. So I'm sitting there and I'm drinking coffee and I'm hearing the swoosh sound and I get that mother feeling like it's going on too long, something's gonna happen. And all of a sudden I hear thud, and then all of a sudden the play stops. Like all the other birds are like, oh, guess we should have stopped. And then this morning another one was out there.
So that's 3?
No.
Oh.
No, but 2 in like one day, really. But anyway.
Apparently there are blind birds flying around Sallie.
And they're finches. Both of them were American finches.
How about Oh, sorry. Kenny's getting political, and I'm not doing it, Kenny. Sorry. Ken Pichelle mentions, of all the mustaches we left out, we forgot to mention Bobby Inns.
Well, when you say Keith Hernandez, I never not think of Bobby Inns, so you kind of did. Like, I was actually thinking to myself, I wonder if Bobby ever shaves his mustache.
How much would you pay Bobby to shave his mustache?
Is it a big deal? Like he's had it. Like I have a friend Scott Crosby who he's like family. Since I was born. I've known him, and he's never shaved his mustache, ever.
Since birth?
Since I don't know, 17, whenever they start coming in. Yeah, never. Like, is it like that? Has Bobby had it that long? Like,
we'll have to find out.
I've never shaved it, so I can never shave it. Bobby's a good-looking guy. He'd look good either way. It's like Tom Selleck, Who cares,
Tom Selleck looks a lot different with the mustache.
I like him better without the mustache.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow. When he's kissing men.
Yeah, like in and out. Yeah.
Joe Stas claims he was provoked by somebody's continuing comment, so I had to stand my ground. Stop it. Stop it. You chose to comment. You chose to say something mean, you bully. You did this. You did this.
Yeah, to be banned for an entire week.
Yeah. But he's quick to pass the buck, that guy.
Joe Stas? No,
Yeah.
he isn't.
Yeah.
No, he isn't.
He's passing the food over to his mother-in-law. You cook for me.
No, he's taking.
He's taking the buck from his wife. I'm going to take her Facebook.
Yeah.
She's probably working or something this morning. Or cooking breakfast for him.
She's probably cooking.
Doesn't even know that he's using her Facebook.
He's on her Facebook. That's funny.
We also watched a movie this weekend.
We did.
We did. This movie was called All Summer's End.
Oh, yeah. It was like
It was a very sad movie, very depressing movie, but it was good. It was good. Trying to think.
You can't really tell too much about it, but it's
true.
It's
I'll tell you this.
a little bit of a kid movie.
Well, that's the thing. You go check out the trailer to this movie, All Summer's End. I would say the biggest name actress in this movie is you guys know that Tim Allen TV show, Last Man Standing? The girl that plays his youngest daughter, she's in it.
Yeah.
Caitlin Dever. She's probably the biggest name in this movie.
Well, Deadwood also.
What?
Deadwood. The one from Deadwood is in
it. She's not. No, I would say Caitlin Dever is probably bigger. The girl that played... Oh, yeah.
Really? She never did anything else? The main hooker in Deadwood?
The main hooker.
Yeah.
Trish.
The main lady of love.
Trish.
Yeah.
The blonde from Deadwood. Yeah, since Deadwood,
She's a great actress, though.
I think she's fantastic, but you haven't really seen her much since Deadwood.
Yeah.
She was on ER for like 3 or 4 episodes or something, but... No, I would say Caitlin Dever is a little bit of a name.
Yeah.
But if you look at the trailer, it looks like just some other teen, sappy, crappy romance, predictable Hallmark type shit. But
you could
it's
tell
not.
Tony wasn't the one who picked this movie out.
True, but I did like it. It's not what it looks like in the trailer. So yes, that was good.
Yeah,
did
that
we
was
watch?
fun.
That
Did
was
we do
only,
anything else?
That was the only movie we watched.
Yeah, I think I was just so busy with yard work and stuff. I am liking my. I got a. I was so tired of trying to start my lawnmower and it not working and me changing the gas and carburetors clogged like every other freaking month that I just bought a mulcher that is battery oriented. And it's so cool. I love it.
Joan Krupi Asher says birds were hitting her window too over the weekend. At least 8 of them.
Oh, easy 15 birds were barreling into my house this weekend. It's just 2 died.
Deadwood is Tony's bedroom nickname.
Who said that, Kenny?
That was good. Let me tell you about something I read about from this weekend.
You read?
I have nothing else to do when you have Deadwood. Congratulations. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Chris Nikic? 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 It wouldn't be Nisic.
Nikic.
Nikic. Congratulations, Chris Nykic of Florida. Chris Nykic of Florida. Becoming the first. Kenny Shevlin, you'll like this actually. Chris Nykic of Florida became the first person with Down syndrome to complete an Ironman competition.
Nice.
He swam 2.4 miles, biked 112 miles, and ran 26.2 miles.
26.
Well, get this. An Ironman triathlon is one of a series of long-distance triathlon races organized by the World Triathlon Corporation, consisting of 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bicycle ride, 26.2 mile run, raced in that order in one day. In one day.
Well, if it's the same amount of miles that a regular marathon is, isn't that crazy? Because people collapse doing just the running portion. I'm questioning because, not that I'm questioning it, but I always thought that it was the swimming, the biking, and the running, but the running was less miles. That's insane.
Well, the swimming is the least out of the three.
Yeah, but to have to do a full marathon plus those other things, that's just...
And it's all in one day. It is widely considered one of the most difficult one-day sporting events in the world.
Do you do the running first? I would want the running first.
It's in that order. Swimming, bicycling, running.
That's insane.
Chris Nykic of Florida, the first person with Down syndrome to complete the Ironman. I think that's fantastic. I feel this kid should be getting more exposure, especially with all the crap going on in the world today.
Yeah.
We should be looking at stories like this and applauding him.
I got a nice story. There's a girl in Fresno. She's 9 years old, and she's a huge baseball fan. And with the fires in Fresno, her house went up in flames, and she had a 100-piece baseball card collection.
Oh.
Yeah, it was awful.
That's a lot of money, probably.
Well, it meant so much to her, and even the family was like, "Yeah, we lost the house, but the baseball cards, they were just like." This girl was like, "Ah."
Well, again, it could have been one of the more valuable things in the house.
Maybe, I don't know, but and the reason I say that is because this man, he just happened to be clicking on the radio when someone else was talking about it, and he heard this, and for a while now he's been wanting to do, his name is Kevin Ashford, and he's in Fresno, and he's been wondering what to do with his baseball collection. He had 25,000 card mother load collection. He had it appraised for like $40K. But he's like, I just loved it. Like, they were just cards that I love, but I'm getting older in age, and, and then he heard that, and he goes, and then I heard that she would sit in front of the TV with her collection and watch games and look at her cards, and he's like, it's exactly what I used to do as a kid. He's like, done. And he just went and he gave her, like, the whole entire collection.
Really?
Yeah.
But why?
Really cool.
She doesn't have a house to put him in.
Well, someone maybe gave her a house, too. I don't know. But I just thought that was cool. It's like nice hearing good stories.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and then I haven't heard of this bookstore. It's in New York City, Strand Bookstore.
Come on.
You have? Really?
No.
But it's a famous bookstore. It's been around 94 years. It survived the Great Depression, and it was about to close. And so it just, like a last, Hail Mary threw out to social media, we might be closing. Anyone want to buy a book? And they got over 25,000 orders in a single weekend. People ordered online. People, stood in masks around the building waiting to buy books. And
is it a popular place that, they get, they're known or something, for having rare books or something?
No, I think they're just one of those, they're one of the last bookstores in New York City that is just, not Barnes & Noble. It's one of those, please buy from your mom and pop shop books. And those bookstores are really having a hard time because even Barnes & Nobles are closing. People are getting everything online. I do the same thing. I used to buy books every time I wanted to read something. If I couldn't find it in the library, because I'm a big believer in local libraries. But I would, buy a book. And now I don't even do that. Now I like, my earpiece and listen to the books on my phone. I mean, yesterday when I was doing all my yard work, I was like listening to a book. So like I really feel for Barnes and Noble because it is like a lost thing. But I don't even enjoy that anymore. I don't enjoy sitting and turning a page anymore. Like I've gotten really used to listening.
What?
So, but the people that like really do still read books, I mean, they're gonna have a hard time with these bookstores closing. So I thought that was like a really nice thing too. Yep. What else?
Oh. Totally forgot about this one. For those of you in our neck of the woods here on Long Island, did you feel yesterday at 9:15 a.m.
An earthquake?
Yes.
No. What time?
9:15 a.m. yesterday morning in the area of Buzzards Bay, which is near Bliss Corner, Massachusetts. The earthquake initially registered as 4.2, but was lowered to 4.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Residents in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Long Island could likely feel the impact. But some U.S. Geological Surveys reports that it could be felt as far west as Pennsylvania.
Did they have any reason why an earthquake is going off in Massachusetts?
All this report that I read said, of course there's an earthquake in Massachusetts. It's 2020.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think like a 4.0 is like, it's not all that big of a deal, but...
Oh, it's not?
No, I don't think so.
What's a big deal? 5? 7?
7's a big deal. 7's a really big deal.
Yeah, 7's destruction, but 5, I would think, 4 or 5, I would think would still be a big deal. It's enough to feel it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, where were you yesterday at 9:15 a.m.?
I think I was in bed. No? I think I was. With your deadwood.
Yep, and she felt the bed move for that quick earthquake. She's like, oh, thank you, God. It's the only way the bed was moving in her house. Hey, can't get your songs out of my head, says Nikki. Wow, that's nice. Joe Stas said something a minute ago. So he's claiming he did nothing wrong to land himself in Facebook jail.
Joe Stas, what did you do?
Yes.
How could he have not done something wrong?
And yes, his wife is currently cooking for him as he's sitting there on her Facebook. Then he says, what a great year 2020 has been so far. Yeah, well, again, he did nothing wrong. You didn't have to engage in a Facebook war, Joe. You didn't have to do it. So shame on you.
So Mike O'Toole was supposed to redo the studio this weekend, but there was a few things that he ordered that did not come in the mail. So he's going to be working this weekend. But we walked in this morning like, what do you think it's going to be like? You think it's going to be all done? And we opened the door, we're like, uh-oh. But he's just waiting on a few more pieces of equipment, and then he will be cracking it out. But yeah, it's...
What about the studio work?
Yeah, and then I guess... I don't know. What have you heard about COVID? I've heard that it's getting bad again. Is it just...
Not in New York.
It isn't? Because you usually follow... You tend to, like, when I see you reading about COVID, you tend to just follow, like, local New York. I tend to, like, kind of go more rest of America, worldwide.
Well, your son went back to school today.
Yeah, but my son was also out of school Wednesday... Wait, just Thursday and Friday? Thursday and Friday. And then I got a message saying, oh, he's going back to school on Monday. But then the very next second, I got a call saying the elementary school is closed. You know?
Joe Stas wishes he can call in. Well, yeah, that's why Sallie brought up the studio, because trust me, we want phones back, we want video screens back. We miss talking to everybody. I really miss Michael the Joke Explainer.
It's so funny you said that. I was thinking about that like a half an hour ago. I was thinking, I really miss like him calling in and...
I'll tell you what else is going on with COVID. Leonard's of Great Neck had its liquor license suspended after investigators said they found them not enforcing social distancing rules.
It's a restaurant bar or just a bar?
Ha ha ha.
Leonard's of Great Neck.
Leonard's of Great Neck, one of the most popular catering halls, not just on Long Island, but...
Did you do Murder Mysteries there?
No, I wish. The Sopranos have filmed there. I believe Goodfellas filmed a scene there. They're a huge, beautiful catering hall up there on the North Shore of Long Island. Beautiful place. People not from New York have heard of Leonard's. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a household name, but people know of the place. So this is a big deal. My guess is that somebody's going to disappear if they're pulling the liquor license of this place. This is just a place you don't mess with. According to Governor Cuomo, numerous complaints about noise and large gatherings were filed against Leonard's. On September 25th, the manager met the Nassau County Fire Marshal outside, said the venue was hosting a wedding with 100 to 120 guests, which is well over the limit of 50 people for gatherings. Leonard's had been warned 2 weeks earlier about occupancy limits. The fire marshal then said he saw people standing, drinking, and ignoring social distancing.
Oh boy.
One room was set up to hold 80, the other was set up to hold 120. So Leonard's had its liquor license suspended on September 30th, but it just came out in the news.
And so what happens then? Do they like lose it until COVID's over because they're not trusted anymore? Do they get it back in like a week?
Well, it says suspended, so it doesn't say for how long. But it's still, that's hurting their pocketbooks, I would think. Andy Fremner is apologizing for the earthquake. He's taking responsibility for it. Him and his wife were getting intimate. But his wife was still asleep.
Oh.
I thought I'd get a bigger laugh. Hey, Marla Schultz. Don't forget this Wednesday. Flip the shit.
Oh boy. Well, Marla used to be a part of our show, and now she just quit.
Flip the Switch with Marla Schultz premieres. She has been doing Tuesday afternoons since she has returned to Govs Radio, but she will. She's now her new day and time Wednesdays at 11. So you normally have. So now you have a show every day except Saturdays at 11. And hopefully when the studio is back, we'll have a new day back at Saturdays at 11. So you'll have something 7 days a week at 11 a.m. We think that's pretty cool. Hello, Chris Hannigan. Joe says Cuomo sucks. Joe, now you're going to get a higher suspension from Facebook because you're being a bully to Cuomo.
No, he's not going to get a higher suspension. He's going to get Kathy kicked off. That's what's going to happen.
Right. And then what?
And then what? Your mother-in-law, your mommy's Facebook.
Yeah.
What's next, Joe?
Yeah, and Kathy doesn't even know because she's just cooking all day long for you. 3 months suspended?
Oh, wow.
Wow, what did you...
No, not him. He only has 7 days.
Oh, so who's 3 months suspended? What's he talking about?
Maybe he's talking about the liquor license for Leonard.
Oh, thanks. Oh, all right, so that's a long time for Leonard.
It's a really long time. That's all through Christmas. Oh,
right.
That was bad. But, if you're going to tell people not to... And that's why governors is being so careful, because they don't want to screw things up once they can start going on. Like, people have had suggestions like, oh, why don't you pretend you're this or that? But
yeah, just open as a restaurant and have entertainment in the background like a lot of other places.
It's not worth it to have 5 stages closed for 3 months,
I mean, yeah, it sucks the way it is now, but... And I do like Governor Cuomo, but it's really crazy what he's doing. If the numbers are starting to get worse, then don't rush and open everything else. I just that's my issue. I just don't understand why the comedy clubs and the strip clubs are being singled out. If you're opening things up, well then let these places open. Right? If you're closing, if you're closing, if you're going to close everything, well then make it the same for everybody. I don't understand why. Hello, Gina Conjemi Coffin, who's watching. Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, all right. You know what we'll do? Do you have more?
No, I was good. So if you had like things that you wanted to get off your chest.
Have you ever?
Your hairy chest of yours.
Not really. Yeah, a little. Have you ever? Have you ever fooled around in a sleeping bag?
No. Oh, yes.
Oh, you had to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it with?
I don't remember his last name. It was some
Slut!
It was it was during church youth group. See, you send your kids to church to do sleepovers and they're just getting it on. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, so his name was Doug. We made out.
Doug. How old were you?
I don't know. What do you think? 16? 15?
You were going to say 14.
No. Mm.
How many people did you make out with as a teenager? Sounds like it's quite a bit.
Because of church.
Because of church.
Yeah. Church youth group. It was, yeah, there were, I mean, think of the people that were in my youth group. Like
we're supposed to know that?
No,
Oh, yeah.
from Hicksville. A lot of them from Hicksville. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of, like Steve Grace, made out with him. A lot of people. You didn't make out with people at church?
I wasn't part of the youth group.
See what you missed out?
I was getting hit on by priests.
Yeah, see, the youth group, there were just a whole bunch of teenagers.
Andrew Fremder almost got thrown off social media once for tweeting all over people's Facebooks.
How about you and sleeping bags? Probably yes.
Oh, yeah.
You lived in sleeping bags.
Yeah, when I was homeless. Yeah, I did a lot of camping, yes. Have you ever cheated on a test or an exam? And you guys, come on, you guys got to answer too. Have you ever fooled around in a sleeping bag? That's the first question. Have you ever cheated on a test or an exam? Gina says we never gave you time. All right, don't mind us. We're just having a private conversation with Gina. 3:30, Gina, 3:30. Have you ever cheated on a test or an exam? I'm going to say you haven't.
Well, I absolutely have in the other way, like just letting people cheat off me.
Oh.
But I'm sure.
You were the cheat.
I'm sure.
The cheatee, not the cheater.
There's no way I didn't see an answer somewhere, and I mean I can't think of one time. I think I have, because if I only did it once, I would have like been scarred and remember the
Scarred.
time. But yeah, I'm sure, because I don't know, my morals aren't all that high. If I saw like Denise Grossman, who had a better grade than I did, hit that, I'd be like, oh. I never planned on it. Like, I never went into school thinking I'll just, like, sit next to the smart guy.
You never, planned in advance, writing answers on your hand or something, or anything like that?
No. You?
Oh, yeah.
It was your plan.
The story I always think about, and I think I just told you about it recently.
Yeah, you told me
I was in
long ago.
7th grade, Mr. Del Rey's science class.
This is so funny.
And I forgot there was a test. Totally forgot. So John Marchetti was sitting right in front of me. And I said, John, I forgot there was a test, man.
See, people do that to me. I'm like, sure, I don't care.
So John is writing his test, and he just moves it this way. So I can see from behind him. I can see. It was all just multiple choice. B, D, C. Just had to put it all in. It was only, I think, 10 or 15 questions. So I copied him. I mean, I didn't even read the test. I just copied him number by number. And Mr. Del Rey decides to grade this test right in the middle of class. So he gets to mine and he goes, "Oh no, Mr. Walker," and I see him on the whole paper, just a big zero right around the whole thing. Turns out he was giving 2 different versions of the test out for that reason, in case kids were copying. So John had a different version of the test, so I copied, John.
And you were the only one.
Oh no, I was not the only one.
You weren't the only one who got a big 0? You probably don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I cheated on a test just last night.
You did.
Which we'll talk about another time. Let's see. Joe Stas, or Kirsten never fooled around in a sleeping bag? Come on, Kirsten. She has cheated on an exam. Joe cheated on his driver's test.
Read Gina's.
First time I spoke to Jack, I said, move your arm. I can't see your answer. 7th grade science. You can't see what? Move your arm. I can't see. What was it? I can't see an answer. It was something else you were looking at. John was a good student. John, talking about, sleeping and getting hit on by priests. I know John was hit on by a certain guidance counselor. I know that story. Actually, yeah, I think we mentioned it quickly with Gina.
Just gross.
Yeah. Speaking of fooling around in a sleeping bag, I heard sex while camping is intense. Have you ever played strip poker?
I'm trying to think. No.
Why not?
No. Because if it got to the point where I had to actually really take it off, I know that I wouldn't. So
Why?
Who wants to play with someone like that?
Why are you such a prude?
Because it's my body.
It's my body. Yeah, and that's what people want to see, your body.
It's my body. No. I bet you...
Loosen up.
I bet you have, and I bet you instigated it.
We weren't even playing poker.
You just started taking your clothes
Strip.
off. Anyone want to take their clothes off? I was going to take my clothes off. Anyone want to take their clothes off too?
Where do you guys want to go for dinner? Oh, somebody say strip? Yeah, I played strip poker. Have you ever had sex in the backseat of a car or the back of a truck?
Yes.
Look at you, you're all embarrassed. I used to have a custom van, baby. Had a bed in the back. Guys at work called it the rape machine. I tried to call it the love machine. It's easy to cheat on a test. I used to just write the answers on the inside of my eyelids. He's very weird.
In a good way.
Have you ever been frisked? Have you ever been frisked by police or airport personnel?
Well, just after 9/11 when you have to, but nothing weird. In fact, it was kind of sad. My kid Sam, I was like so mad. Me and the boys, and they were little, so, I think Sam was like 6 or 7. I can't even remember. But we were like leaving my parents' house. We were driving from. We were flying out of Myrtle Beach, and they just randomly said, "Yeah, we just do it by we just do it by number." And this boy, I'm like, "Dude, like, really, just like leave us alone." They're like, "No, this boy." And I was so mad, and he took it fine, but I was just irate about the whole thing because he was like 6 or 7. He had Sam was born early, so he had a lot of like sensory stuff going on at that time. Like he was like the kid that like, he can't wear tags in his shirt. He, his boots, his shoes had to be like 2 sizes too big, and he totally outgrew this stuff. But like, like he had a lot of like things that bothered him that he wouldn't do and needed to like work through them in like occupational therapy. And one of them is he would never not wear a shirt. Like he had to have that like tight shirt thing. Like even when he swam, he would have like a shirt on, and they're like, you have to take your shirt off. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill these people. I'm just gonna find out where you live and kill you. Because I can't believe you're doing this to a 7-year-old boy who you think is gonna fly into a World Trade Center. Like I was so upset. And they're like, sorry, he's the number.
Well, if you're going to go to their house and kill them, that's exactly why he needed to be frisked.
They should have frisked me. But anyway, so yeah, no, I haven't gone through that, but I've had to experience it.
You were never frisked
No, have you?
by police? I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I've been frisked by airport personnel.
Yeah, you get...
Actually, it was with you, wasn't it?
Yeah, he gets...
No, it was not with you. It was when I went to Disney. Or, right? When we went to North Carolina, we didn't, right? Was I frisked there? Or on the way?
They usually, well, because you have a prosthetic leg, then the metal sets off the detector.
Yeah, but when I went to Disney in 2000...
They made you take your leg off?
I actually had to take it off, yeah.
Yeah.
When we went to North Carolina, we didn't do that, right?
No, I don't think they made you take it off.
That was 2008 or 9. I think it was 2009.
Mm.
Yeah, I had to take the prosthetic. They brought me to a private room and actually frisked me. Have you ever fooled around in a car and accidentally honked the horn?
No. Have you?
No. Joe Stas, hell yeah, strip poker when I was 18 to 25. That's when he was in jail.
And he initiated it.
Gina Conjemi Coffin never played strip poker. Well, that's why we're coming over at 3:30, Gina. Kirsten has played strip poker. Very nice. Andrew Fremner never played strip poker, but she had to strip first in order for me to poker. Kirsten's never been frisked. Joe Stas has been frisked by the police, and she was a hot policeman. I was with a buddy of mine at work once, where a female police officer actually pulled us over so she could hit on him.
No.
Swear to God.
Really?
She first saw us at a red light and sort of just kind of, it was a long light, so we were just bullshitting.
Uh-huh.
And then sure enough, by the time we started moving a little bit, she got behind us, she pulled us over, and she was hitting.
Did he ask her out?
He did not, because he was a married man.
Oh.
But he enjoyed the flirting, he was flirting back.
He felt honored.
Have you ever tried to burp the alphabet?
You know, my sister Lori's not bad at that.
Kirsten has never fooled around and accidentally honked the horn. Your sister Lori is good at burping the alphabet?
Yeah, she's...
Get her on the phone. Come on, I'm not kidding. Get her on the phone. No. Why not? I'll give her $5.
I'll ask her to make a video, and then we'll play it.
All right, ask her if she'll call her and ask her if she'll at least... Ask her if she'll make the video for us.
She could do, she could do things like say, I remember Yogi Bear in a burp. She would say, Yogi Bear, in like a big burp.
All right, but that's not a sentence.
No.
And, the alphabet.
Can you? You can't do that.
I've tried. I've never succeeded. Although I do have friends. I have 2 friends that can do it. And Sal and Rob. And there was one time I was with Sal and Rob. And we were out east. So we had like a good hour drive home.
Oh my God.
This was years ago. They started burping the alphabet and different things on the way home. We were about halfway home. We actually stopped at a 7-Eleven so they could fuel
Get
up.
More soda.
They bought grape soda, and Sal bought Reese's peanut butter cups. And
he was probably just hungry.
No. He said it helped him. He bought something else too to eat. They were sodas and food. These guys felt so sick by the time we got home. Oh my God, I laughed my ass off. Kirsten has never burped the alphabet. Would you like to try? Send us videos of you guys trying. $5 a burp. Joe Stas is the biggest con man. $5 a burp. Get out of here. Have you ever fallen down the stairs?
Every day.
Every day.
And I usually trip going up. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'll be going up the stairs and I don't know how
don't trip going down, because then you'll bite my dick off.
But yeah, I trip and fall all over the place.
Have you ever toilet papered someone's house?
No, that's mean.
That's not mean. It's fun.
Mean.
It's fun.
It stresses me out. In fact, it was like
wrong with
one
you?
scene in the movie, the kid movie we watched the other day, of like a house getting toilet papered and the trees and stuff. And I was like, that hurts their feelings. I don't like it. You've done it?
Oh, I was a pro at one time in my life.
Have you ever, okay, well, let me ask you this. Have you ever cleaned it up?
Yes.
Oh, when?
There were times I go back and clean it up. Absolutely. Swear to God.
How do you get it all out of the trees and stuff?
Well, we didn't do that. We didn't throw it up so it would drape down from the trees. We would like circle the bushes and go along the house, the door frame, and do the car a little bit. We would always do stuff that we could
clean. All right.
But we didn't always go back and clean. But we didn't drown the house in it either. And we always did it too, so that the people we were getting, they knew it was us.
And they wanted it. Like, I would not want
that. No,
do not do my...
There was one friend, we did 3 Fridays in a row. By the third Friday, they were like,
Who? Can you say?
I'm not going to say. It's nobody you know that I know of. But,
okay.
But there was one girl, and I don't know why, we toilet papered, she had a small tree. It wasn't like a giant, it was a small thing. And we toilet papered the tree, and we just did a couple of bushes, like we barely did anything. And this girl, you know what it was? We did it, and she worked at McDonald's, and she was working late. So we toilet papered her house, and then we went to McDonald's where she was working. And
this is a friend of yours?
Yeah, but it's a harmless prank.
Not everyone likes pranks.
Oh, stop it. So we were there, and we actually saw her. The phone rang.
And it's not because I'm old. I've hated pranks my whole life.
It's just a nerd. We actually saw her answer the phone, right? And she's. And she started screaming at us right there in the middle of McDonald's. You get back there and clean it up! You sons of bitch! We're like, calm down! I mean, it took a whole 2 minutes to clean this up. It was nothing.
I wouldn't have yelled. I just would have said to myself, yeah, I need new friends. And you'd be dead to me. Dead. Forever.
Well, yeah, no wonder you need new friends, because you're...
You should be a better friend.
I am. I'm a great friend. I value your friendship so much, I wanted to have this laugh with you and create this memory. Have you ever faked being sick so you could stay home or what? Oh, so you can stay home or come home from school or work. Oh, have you ever faked being sick so you could stay home or come home from school or work?
Yeah, I remember when I was up at SUNY Albany, and I worked at like Burger King, through college. And I worked there for like the first, 6 months maybe. They told us like right away, like, if like don't get this job because there's no way you're going home for Christmas. Like, there's no way I'm staying up in SUNY Albany and not go home for Christmas. That's like ridiculous. It's Burger King. So so I was like, well, okay. And then, and it was like the week before, and I was thinking, like, how am I going to get out of this? And I totally like made up this story that like someone in my family had an accident, and I had to like get back, and we don't know how she's going to be. And like, remember Greg was telling that story of trying to get out of that ticket? It brought back that entire memory when he was telling that story.
Goodness gracious.
Because I was like, I just have to go. I just have to go see how she is. And then I was like, sucker.
My wife fell in the shower. Does that count? Says Just As. What are we talking about? Falling down the stairs? Kirsten says yes in high school. What, the toilet paper in somebody's house? Speaking of being frisked, one time I was frisked while actually flying in the plane. I actually have my Mile High Club membership and have direct access to the cockpit.
Why do you read his stuff?
Joan Krupiescher has fallen down the stairs. Kathy, Joe says, I do toilet paper in the Rocky Horror Picture Show when I was younger.
Oh, you're supposed to there.
I hated that movie.
Yeah,
I
didn't really
hate it.
see. I remember, like in college, like people making a really big deal about it. Like, oh, you have to go see this show.
We had
the
this
actors.
Yeah, we had this thing here. I don't know if it's a nationwide thing.
It is nationwide.
Oh, it is where people go to this. Oh, I didn't know that.
It was up at SUNY Albany too.
And it was always at midnight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we
had
came in with like rain jackets and toilet paper and all this stuff. And I was like, this is gonna be so much fun. And I was like, like, me, I'm like, I could have been asleep by 10:30. Even at like 19, I'm like, I really could be asleep right now.
I love going out and staying out at night, but I was like, this is stupid. I used to pretend to be sick, just take a nap in the nurse's office.
Who said that?
Andrew from It's a good idea.
That's so funny. Can you imagine? I think I have a headache. If I just close my eyes for a minute, it'll go away. And then you just take a big nap.
I just remember all the times, you'd sit in the nurse's office, you see those kids trying to fake.
Yeah.
So they get the thermometer in the mouth, and as soon as the nurse turns away, they just rub it on their pants to heat, maybe bring it up. I don't know if it ever worked. I never did that.
Shoot you in the head with a thermometer.
Gina missed the falling down the stairs question. No, you didn't, Gina. You are this falling down the stairs question.
We brought it up because you keep falling down the stairs.
All right, last question for today. Have you ever spied on any of your neighbors?
Oh, like Gladys Kravitz? Like, just, like, see what they're... Like, look at the window and you're like, oh, what are they doing? Or you mean looking in a window and watching them, have sex or something?
Well, what's the difference from what
a
you
big
just said?
difference. Like, I'll be aware of what's going on in the neighborhood. Like, I'll look out the window and be like, oh...
That's considered spying, isn't it?
Well, I think spying is, like, looking in a window. So, no.
No, I'm disagreeing with that. You can spy from your own window. You can spy through a fence.
What's spying mean? Like, just observing? Then yeah.
Well, watching something that you don't know. When someone is being watched and they don't know it, that's spying.
Oh.
You're being spied on, so yeah.
Then sure. Who hasn't?
Well, give me an example. When did you do it? And who'd you do it to?
Well, you always like looking out the window, seeing what's going on in the neighborhood, especially hearing noise, who's doing construction, who has to have their lawn done at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Yes.
All right, let's take it. All right, so let's go a step further with it. Have you ever peeked through a neighbor's window?
No, I can't think of any.
You've got a boring life.
Well, I have had a respectful life.
Boring.
Who have you?
Oh, we've spied. I've spied plenty of times. As a kid, you didn't do that as a kid, just go and spy on people just for the fun of it?
I remember one time I was over a friend's house, and we were like mid-30s, I guess. And I was friends with both the husband and wife. And the husband, and I wasn't that good of friends. It's not like we went and did stuff together. I think I was like over there to like pick something up or something. Like it was like, because we worked at Marriott together. So, but I just remember like being over there, and all of a sudden the houses in California are so close together that all of a sudden this woman in this house like next door just like walks by in her bra.
Nice.
And I was like, and he goes, oh yeah, don't tell Yvonne, that happens all the time. I'm like, okay.
One time I was in my house, the house I had in Hicksville, and it was a small house, and the house next door was small too. But they were a small house and not a lot of property, so the houses were close together. And my shower, like the way the houses were built, they were kind of same design, same setup, but
you saw people's showers.
Well, our windows were right next to each other. Our shower windows were right next to each other. I couldn't see anything, but at the time, my next door neighbor was this girl, Michelle, who was gorgeous. And I'm showering. And all of a sudden I look, and there she is, she's showering. But again, it's those small windows, so I don't see any, I barely see her chin. But
That's still weird.
But I'm showering, and I'm trying not to, I wasn't like,
yeah,
I was just, I swear to God I wasn't.
I bet you were.
But I was showering, but I don't care either. Let's all be naked. Who cares? But again, I couldn't see anything. So
it was like an opaque window.
Well, it was a summer, so both of us had our windows open.
Ah, so you could see.
Right. But yeah, but you can't, but that's what I'm saying. You barely see the chin. It's a small window.
You didn't see her boobies?
No, not at all. But sure enough, we made eye contact and she just went, ah! And screamed. Oh, it was hilarious. And we had a good laugh after that. She didn't care. And then there was one time when I was a teenager, my mother lives on the second floor of a house, an apartment, the second floor of a house. So I was a teenager and I was out with my buddies and my brother. And my buddy Rob had a black Mustang with tinted windows. So we were parked outside the house. We went out wherever and we were just coming back and, I don't know, sitting in the car and, I don't know, just hanging out. And the guy who lives on the first floor, the head of his bed was right at the window.
Oh, really?
Which I don't know why he would do that. But the window was open, the shades were pulled up.
You could really see in that place because, like, I went to your mom's house not that long ago and it was dark already, and they had this TV.
No. Oh yeah, but I'm not talking about that window.
Oh,
I'm talking about the bedroom window. It's a regular window, was it 3x2, whatever it is. But the window is open, the shades are up, and the head of his bed is right at the window. So the back of his head is against the window. And his girlfriend was on top of him, riding him, and we watched the whole thing. and
How old were you?
Probably around 16.
Wow. And at that point, like, you couldn't even get like a porn magazine at that point. You were probably like,
this is mid 80s.
Like,
yeah.
This is nothing else would be better for me than this moment.
Well, there's more.
Oh no.
and it was almost like a porn. Like, she was really going and she was loud, and so we sat there, we watched this. Now this part I don't remember, but Rob and my brother have verified this because it came up, I don't know, maybe like a year ago or so. It came up, maybe on here, I forget. But I don't remember this, but they told me that I actually ran up to the window and actually just and watched from a closer angle.
I could see you doing that.
Well, that's why I believe it, because I could see it.
I could see you doing that.
And then, it's probably about a year later, so it's the second floor of a house, first floor, and then there's a basement with an outside entrance where the two apartments can put some storage. So we would do our laundry in there, and I don't know, if it's cold outside and you don't want to be in the house with the parents, we would, me and my buddies would just hang out down there and just
listen to music.
Yeah, talk, whatever. And so I was in there with two friends one day and I was telling them that story. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, we hear them going at it again. So we just stood there in the basement listening. It was great.
Oh my God.
All right, read some comments and then we're out. Gina Conjemi Coffin fell down the stairs last year. Broke foot, broke nose, blood clot in lung. If you do something, give it your all, Mom always said.
Poor Gina.
Poor Gina. Yeah, we remember that.
And then she got Lyme.
Yeah.
Like, really.
From falling down the stairs.
It's unreal, the year 2020, but then it doesn't seem so bad until you talk to Gina.
Oh, speaking of my mother and falling down the stairs, there's that time she pushed my daughter down the stairs. I hope she's watching.
It's not true.
Oh, it's totally true.
No.
My daughter was 1. We were getting ready to celebrate her first birthday. And I'm in the basement decorating, and my daughter's mother and my brother are upstairs decorating. And my mother, where are all these gnats coming from? There's 2 of them here. And my mother was watching Sammy as she's, baby walking around the house. My mother turned. What? Oh, it's 12:15?
12:15.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that late. All right, I'll make this quick. All right. It's not a regular thing. So, plus when the studio's back, we're going to 1 o'clock again. So, my mother turned to talk to Sammy's mother, and sure enough, Sammy wandered away. I'm in the basement. I just hear something flying down the stairs. I'm thinking they're just throwing something down there that I got to put away or something. I turn just as Sammy's head is hitting the and see. And this is when I still had 2 legs. And I was on the other side of the basement. I just happened to see. I don't even remember running from one end of the basement to the other. The next thing I remember is just holding Sammy in my hands. And she was fine. Thank God she was fine. But yeah, my mother pushed it down the stairs. Kirsten, on my friend in high school to see if she was going to kiss her boyfriend because she was such a prude. So she spied on her friend in high school. One time at a strip club, I tried to spy on someone through a hole in the wall. Little did I know it was the wrong side of a glory hole. Andrew. Oh, my mother wrote, "Shut up." All right, that's it. We're out. Everybody have a great Monday. Enjoy this beautiful day if you're here in the New York, Long Island area. Today is Monday. We have Steve Squared at 6:30. The Wort is on at 8 o'clock. And then, right, that's it, right? And Sallie and I are back here tomorrow at 11. It's Tuesday Trivia tomorrow. So get ready. That'll be a lot of fun. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you.